Hey guys, welcome back to Mod Pop Thrift. My name's Tom.
And my name's Caleb.
And we have a lot. Did we pull a lot of things?
Yeah.
We have a lot of things to ship today. So let's show you what sold. 26 items for just about $1,000. So pretty good weekend so far. It's Sunday. I'm hoping to get a pretty good day today. And then we will see what next week brings. But we got to get a lot of stuff done, right?
Yeah.
Good thing you're a good... What are you humming?
What's sold?
Oh. Is that what you're trying to do? That's funny. Okay, let's get some what solds done. Do you have any idea what those are?
VHS tapes.
They're not VHS tapes. They're cassette audio tapes. So they make music, but not movies. And I bought them in a bag at Goodwill for I paid $11 for the whole bag, but I got like a bunch of them. And those two things this is a 3-pack and then this is a single. And they were kind of the end of what I could lot together. Sold for $13.90, free shipping. Caleb went to get me some IKEA bags, but we don't have time to dawdle this here Jurassic Park thing. I bought a big box of Jurassic Park stuff and I thought I was going to do really, really well on it. Turns out it was missing so much stuff that it really wasn't worth too awful much. But I paid $7 for it, and I sold a couple of things already. And this sold for $17.99, free shipping. I thought this would do a lot better. It's got the good doctor in it, Alan. I can't remember his last name. And then the net and some accessories, but that Jurassic World stuff can do really, really well, depending on what it is. I got a box of it, and I thought it was some of the stuff that does really well, and I was wrong. $17.99. Took probably 3 weeks. All right, and Caleb's taping up a box. We sold these Jordans. I paid $4, maybe 4 and change, so let's call it $5. Sold for $25.20. I couldn't do the comps in the store because this is faded out so bad. It's supposed to be green camouflage, and you can kind of see where it almost looks stained because of how it's supposed to be camouflage. And so I thought they were something else in the store, and I was hoping they were like $100 shoes, but $5 into $25 for some kids Jordans. That is what I normally do with kids shoes, so that's perfectly fine. Okay, so I bought this guy on Whatnot. I paid $24 shipped for that guy, and he sold within hours for $48 shipped. So it's not making a ton of money, but it is making pretty good money. And I honestly bought it and expected my wife to say, let's keep it, but we didn't. And he sold pretty quick. This was not a good buy. Do you know who this guy is? I paid $1, I think, for these 3, assuming they have to have some value. Do you know who that guy is?
No.
His name's Fred Flintstone. And after probably 2 years, they sold for $7. So not a good pickup at all. So I went to a yard sale the other day, and I paid $1 for a Bob Ross Chia Pet. Never used, but it didn't have all the packaging inside, so I called it new open box. And it sold within hours for $15, free shipping. Okay, and then same yard sale as Bob Ross, I got this set of knives, and these were really expensive knives, but they're in really bad shape, and I didn't know how badly that affected the value of the knives. So they've got chipped edges and pitting in the steel and stuff, and I was like, nobody wants to use those as is. And I don't know what it's going to take to restore them. So I listed them for $40, and they sold in a matter of an hour or two. So that's pretty good. These are sharp. Don't touch them. So my helper had some regular chores stuff he had to get done today. So I paid him and sent him on his way. All right. Without my helper here, I completely forgot we were making a video. This is a set of curtains that I bought off of Whatnot for $30, maybe even less than that. And they are Goosebumps New Old Stock, and they sold for $99, free shipping, and it probably took 4 weeks, probably a month. This I already told you guys sold. It's that camera that I paid $3 for, and the comps were like $125, but those came with an SD card and a charger. Mine didn't have an SD card or a charger, but it did have the battery so I could power it on. So I listed it for $90 and it sold in 10 minutes. So I have a big mess behind me. This Genesis manual is hardly worth messing with, but I didn't want to throw it away. It came with that big Sega buyout, and it did sell, and I don't see it on here right off. There it is. $5.99 plus shipping. It's not in great shape, so that doesn't help it any. Somebody like was playing some kind of stabby game, and it's got little pockmarks all over the front of it. $5.99 for that Genesis manual. This Colorado Rockies hat sold for $8 plus shipping. It has been around inconceivably long. I don't know how long I've had it. Probably as long as I've been selling on eBay. This is a bowl, like it's flat bottomed. Flat bottom bowls, you make the rockin' world go round. And it's like, it's from Hallmark. I paid $1.84 at Goodwill, and eventually it sold for $14 free shipping. Not a home run. Sold one of these. The wife went to Hobby Lobby for something and found these for $10 a piece. This one sold for $40 free shipping, but we had 5 of them, and 3 of them sold for $50 plus shipping during Christmas. And then I marked them to free shipping, and then I sent an offer. And so I've got 1 left besides the one that I kept. And so, no, I only have this is the last one because I'm not selling the last one. So this one sold for $39 free shipping. Another cool whatnot grab. We got Gilligan's Island, Marianne's cookbook, and he showed that it's signed by Don Wells, and it sold for $10, and I sold it for $50. And then I found these in the death pile. I don't normally mess with CDs very much because I just don't do well with them. You kind of have to focus on them in order to do well with CDs. Jay-Z and Outkast, vintagey kind of rap. A lot of them together, they sold for $4.50 plus shipping. I'm always going to do plus shipping on media stuff so that I can market almost nothing and take whatever I can get as an offer. So plus shipping is always how I do media. This thing was another whatnot grab. It's a cake. It's from like Wilton, the cake pan company. And this is a cake topper. And it's kind of dirty and it's weird. And I paid $1 for it on whatnot. And it's like a lot of the times you'll see them like this. But this little red piece of felt, they never sell unless they have this little red piece of felt. And then it has this cardboard stander-upper thingy. And you drape the cardboard stander-upper thingy over the felt. And you run it up in there. And it looks real regal. Even if it's a dirty mess. Because mine was a dirty mess. And it's still sold with the felt for $12.99. I would think if you wanted one of these, you could buy it for just the crown part for $3. And then go, I guess maybe you'd have to buy a yard of this fabric, but I would imagine it wouldn't be too hard to get a hold of, and you could buy them real cheap. But maybe saving that time isn't worth saving that money isn't worth the time it would take to do. I was spending some time doing some inventorying yesterday, and I end and sell similar these signs. So these popped off this morning, and I took them from $9.99 plus shipping to $7 plus shipping. Somebody bought both of these at the same time, so the buyer's all in at $20 on those. This shirt, which I really, really like. I don't like Scooby-Doo. I don't, never have. But this shirt is cool because it's the like big face. Not vintage, 2010, cool shirt. It has a little bit of a stain on it, and I sold it for $7 plus shipping after the guy paid for this shirt, which is a retail arbitrage thing that I didn't expect to make a bunch of money on. But this Donkey Kong shirt is so cool. And then it even has a back. And it has Diddy and Barrels and Monkeys on the back. And this is an XL from 2024, as far as I'm aware, maybe 2023. And I got a bunch of these new with tag at Target. I paid full retail for them at Target, $14.99, and I listed them on eBay for $30. And I got a offer for $26. And when this guy paid for this, he also bought this, and I'll ship them together. He's all in at $41. So that's a pretty good order. This was another end and sell similar yesterday. I had it for $14.99. I took it down, put $12, and it sold within an hour. Plus shipping. Rainforest Cafe. Not single stitch, but old enough that it's made in USA with the old tag on it. So it probably is 90s, but these aren't dated as far as I can tell. Just a cool iguana t-shirt. Sold for $12 plus shipping. I'm not going to grab them. They're right there. Went through a lot of messages with a drop shipper to get them to buy for $140. These two listings for the Salad Master stuff that I bought a couple weekends ago at garage sales. I paid $5 for one and $8 for the other. And so I'm into them for $13. And this guy, I had them listed for $100 and would have been $58 with free shipping on both listings. And the guy was like, "Can you make me a little better deal if I buy both of these?" And I said, "Tell me what you're thinking," rather than making him a better deal and then having him say, like, I wanted to have the upper hand in the negotiation. So I said, "Well, what did you have in mind?" And he said $135. So then that allows me to creep up instead of me saying $135 and then him naming the number where we meet. Just a little bit of trying to play chess. There is a bee flying around. I don't know if he got on camera or not, flying around my phone. But anyway, those two pieces, I'm not totally certain that I'm going to ship them together because because they're just going to be really difficult to put together, I would think, in a box that would be a reasonable size. But at $145, he's going to drop ship them. They're for a gift. So please don't include any paperwork at all, because you know how offended everyone gets at the paperwork in their gifts. Or you're drop shipping it. And I don't care. I don't get offended that you're buying it from me to make money. Good for you. But don't lie to me about it. I assume just from how adamant and the weirdness that is drop shipping, you can normally tell it's a drop shipper. And I would rather them say, "Hey, I'm moving this on to another customer. Can you make sure and not include an invoice in it?" That I would be happy to do that. But when they lie to me, it irritates the life out of me. This was a Whatnot pickup. I don't remember what I paid for it, but when it showed up, it had a big discolored stain on it. So I wasn't able to list it very high. $12. And then I don't buy from this guy anymore. Sold for $12 plus shipping. Some of them have a big hit that says 2000 right here. This one did not, so it's not double-sided and a little less valuable than the normal ones. Plus, that one would be considered inaugural for this Disney Cruise Line boat that's pictured on it. So that adds some value. Disney clock, Mickey Mouse hands clock. This I bought on Whatnot, and I paid like $3 or $4 for it. And it sold for $20, free shipping. We already went over that, and over that, and over that, and over those. And oh, this I picked up on Whatnot. I paid $20 for this on Whatnot, shipped, and it sold for $60 shipped. I bought it, and the guy's like, "I don't know whether or not it works because I don't have a key." So I bought it. I had a key. I tried it. It doesn't work. So I was, you turn the key and it starts ticking and it's worth a whole bunch of money, but it's worth $60 not working for parts. So that's fantastic. And on this, I made a calculated 50-cent gamble and it didn't pay off. This was $1. And then they had another one of this, the farm game, that was 50 cents because the box was all chewed up and the board wasn't in very good shape. And I was like, well, if this one that is in very nice shape is missing a piece or two, perhaps it's in the 50 cent, perhaps the 50-cent game won't be missing that piece and I'll just buy it to fill this one out if I need to. Well, it turns out this one's in excellent condition and fully complete. So it sold in minutes for $42. There were sold comps as high as like 100, but most of the sold comps were in that 40 range. And so I'm like, well, let me list it for, I'm not a hold it and see if I can get top dollar for it guy. If I spend $1 on it and I get 42 in a day, that's what I'm going to do. Even knowing I could get $60 in 2 months, I'm going to take $40 in a day every time. So, the farming game, look out for, especially if it's in nice shape, especially if it's in this box. There is a newer version, newer being 2000 or something. This is from 1979 or something. So there's a newer version that isn't as valuable. This one will sell quickly for $50, $60, $42. But I paid $1 for it this weekend, and we're going to get all this stuff shipped out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, following, clicking the bell, all the things that you do. We'll see you on the next one, guys.